It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bucs and the 49ers under the lights on Monday night.
It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. On the counter, here's Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. C.J. Mosley. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down. The ground, this is Derrick Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Nick's going to tap this forward. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Inside handoff, Henry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up second down. Henry up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun is Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We won 6. Folks' kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Quincy Williams. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Nix to the air. That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Beckham goes in motion left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw is Rodgers. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. It finds his receiver, Watson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6 at the Buccaneers' 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They run. It's Kamara. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Shrugs him off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 58 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Throwing Nix. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. Now it's Nix. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's third down. Kamara try the right side. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. So out come the Bucs now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Folks' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw is Nix. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Nick's going to tap this forward. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Rodgers now to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Here comes third and about a foot. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Milton Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. What a 3 days it has been. Just one more half of football remains on this Monday night in Super Wildcard Weekend. Zay Jones, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, just a field goal separates these two sides at the break. One will go on to the divisional round, one will go home. To find out who it is, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Elijah Cansey in on the stop. Now 2nd and 5.
Again to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Samuel going to go in motion right.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play. Now Rodgers. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Nix to the air. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Here's Nix. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Folks, kick is good.
And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Rodgers.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Beckham in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Rodgers.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 48-yard line.
A busy night continues for Kamara. Fights through him. And now running right through him. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Being chased out left. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Nix from the shotgun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In motion left goes Watson.
On play action, Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. On play action, now Rodgers.
That one into the hands of Beckham downfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
49ers. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers.
Puka Nacua.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing Nix. Pass complete to Addison. 2nd down and 8. To throw. Here's Nix.
This one caught by Davis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic 1st down.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Now it's Nix.
Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Off the bootleg. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bo Nix.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Nick Folk for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Rodgers now to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
That is caught, and he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Rodgers.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 6. 1:40 remaining. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
He's got Johnson.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers.
Again, it's Johnson.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Rodgers to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.